May 6, 1937. A giant silver airship glides through the sky, carrying 97 souls. It was heading toward a routine landing, but within 37 seconds, it would become one of history's most infamous disasters. In the 1930s, airships were the pinnacle of luxury travel. Bigger than any aircraft, these giants of the sky promised comfort, elegance, and speed across oceans that ships took days to cross. The airship story began before World War I, when the German Zeppelin company built the first giant rigid-frame airships. During the war, these same Zeppelins dropped bombs over London, ushering in a terrifying new era of aerial warfare. After the war, the Zeppelin company redirected its technology toward peaceful passenger travel. Their earlier airship, the Graf Zeppelin, flew over 1 million miles without a major incident, giving the world confidence in the technology. At 804 feet long, the Hindenburg was longer than 3 football fields, nearly as long as the Titanic. Passengers traveled in unimaginable luxury, complete with a dining room, a lounge, and even a smoking room. But the Hindenburg was more than a flying hotel. It had become a powerful propaganda symbol for Nazi Germany, emblazoned with massive swastikas on its tail fins. By 1937, the Hindenburg had already completed dozens of successful transatlantic crossings, ferrying the wealthy and famous between Europe and America in just 2.5 days. Among the passengers was Joseph Spa, an acrobat and comedian who had brought along his beloved little dog. On May 3rd, 1937, the Hindenburg lifted off from Frankfurt, Germany. Everyone expected it to be just another routine flight to Lakehurst, New Jersey. No one knew it would be its last. For 3 days, the airship crossed the Atlantic Ocean smoothly. Its 97 passengers and crew enjoyed fine dining and breathtaking views from above the clouds. As the Hindenburg approached Lakehurst on the evening of May 6th, thunderstorms forced the captain to delay landing. It circled the airfield for hours, passengers growing restless as they peered anxiously out the windows. At around 7:15 in the evening, the storm finally cleared. The massive airship began its final approach, dropping mooring lines toward the ground crew below. Radio reporter Herbert Morrison stood on the ground that evening, his recorder running. He thought it would be a beautiful, historic broadcast. No one knew he was about to record one of journalism's most famous moments. Below, eager onlookers and journalists waited excitedly to witness the great airship's landing.
No one suspected that within seconds, this very moment would turn into horror. At 7:25 p.m., without warning, a small flame appeared near the tail of the ship.
Within seconds, it exploded into a massive fireball, and the entire sky lit up in orange. The fire spread with terrifying speed, engulfing the entire structure in flames in under 34 seconds. The hydrogen gas that kept the ship afloat now fueled its own destruction. Herbert Morrison's voice cracked with horror as he broadcast live. Passengers and crew screamed, some leaping from windows to escape the inferno. Ground crew members ran toward the burning wreckage, risking their own lives. They pulled survivors from the flames as the ship crashed to the ground. Acrobat Joseph Spa used his physical training to break through a window and leap to safety. He survived almost unscathed, but was tragically forced to leave his beloved dog behind inside the burning ship. Remarkably, 62 of the 97 people aboard survived. Many survived by jumping clear before the ship hit the ground, wrapped in blankets and led away by 8 being helped away from wreckage, blankets around shoulders, emergency responders historically focused on. Tragically, 35 people aboard the airship lost their lives, along with 1 member of the ground crew, bringing the total death toll to 36. Despite suffering severe burns, Captain Max Pruss remained calm, continuing to direct his crew as best he could. His leadership in those final moments helped save many lives. News of the disaster spread instantly around the world. Morrison's emotional recording became one of the most famous radio broadcasts in history. By coincidence, Several newsreel cameramen were present that day because the Hindenburg arrival was considered a major media event. As a result, nearly every moment of the horrific disaster was captured on film. In the days that followed, investigators from both Germany and the United States rushed to the scene. They worked to determine exactly what had caused the catastrophic fire. The most obvious culprit was hydrogen gas. Unlike safer helium, hydrogen is extremely flammable, and the Hindenburg was filled with over 7 million cubic feet of it. Germany wanted to use safer helium, but the United States refused to sell it. Due to military export restrictions, that single decision may have changed the entire course of history. One leading theory suggests a spark of static electricity built up during the storm, ignited leaking hydrogen gas near the tail fin. Another theory claims sabotage, anti-Nazi activists planting a bomb, though no solid evidence has ever confirmed this idea. Decades later, NASA scientist Addison Bain proposed a different theory. He claimed the aluminum powder-infused paint coating the ship's outer fabric behaved like rocket fuel. This theory has been discussed and tested many times, even featured on the popular TV show Mythbusters. Scientists still have not reached complete agreement, and the official investigation concluded a static spark was most likely the true cause. Even today, historians and filmmakers continue to study the original film footage and survivor testimonies. Each new analysis raises fresh questions about that mysterious night. The Hindenburg disaster effectively ended the golden age of passenger airships. Public confidence collapsed overnight, and within years, hydrogen airships vanished from the skies forever. Today, the disaster is remembered not just for its tragedy, but for reshaping how the world thinks about air travel safety. Every modern blimp flying today uses safe, non-flammable helium instead, a direct lesson learned from that fiery evening. The fact that 62 people survived still surprises researchers today. Such a high survival rate in so violent a fire was unexpected. It suggests that as terrifying as the hydrogen fire looked, the way it actually spread was more complex than it first appeared. The haunting photographs and Morrison's recorded words, "Oh, the humanity," remain etched in history. As one of the most powerful moments ever captured on tape, it still moves people today. Like the Titanic 25 years earlier, the Hindenburg proved even the most advanced engineering marvels could fall victim to disaster. Nor was it the only major airship disaster. The British R-101 and the American USS Akron and Macon had also crashed. In Lakehurst, New Jersey, the crash site is still marked with a memorial plaque, visited by people every year. They come to stand in quiet remembrance of the 36 lives lost that day. 89 years later, the Hindenburg remains a haunting reminder of ambition, innovation, and the fine line between triumph and tragedy. It teaches us that behind every new technology lies a risk, one that can surface in the most unimaginable way. If you found this story fascinating, subscribe for more forgotten disasters and mysteries from history. And let us know in the comments which story you'd like us to cover next.